Imagine a world where you had no right to your labor, where you could sweat for days, months, or even years to build something with your own two hands, and then have it taken away from you without compensation. There are two problems with this hypothetical world. The first is practical. People who don't get rewarded for their work are liable to do a lot less of it. The second is a matter of principle. At some level, we all realize that the society we're describing would be unjust. People deserve to own the fruits of their labor. Now, ask yourself this question. Is the work we do with our minds any less valuable than what we do with our hands? If people buy a book you've written, listen to a song you've composed, or adopt an idea you created, are you any less entitled to being paid for your efforts? Our founding fathers didn't think so. Though the Constitution largely functions as a roadmap to the federal government rather than a guide to specific public policies, protecting intellectual property is one of the few exceptions. The framers knew that America could not be one of the intellectual and artistic leaders of the world without providing just compensation to thinkers and creators, and they laid down that principle in our founding document. Today, however, those rights are under assault. In Washington, we hear ever louder calls to erode intellectual property protections. These proposals not only endanger the right to earn a living from creative endeavors, they also imperil the American dream. Think of the many talented Americans who would have been unable to taste success without intellectual property protections. The down-on-his-luck cartoonist whose name became synonymous with the joys of childhood. The poor son of Mississippi who became a rock and roll legend. The college dropout who changed the way we use technology. Each of these icons earned fantastic wealth from their contributions to American society, and having changed the world, each of them deserved it. That is precisely the kind of innovation we should be encouraging, and precisely the kind of opportunity that makes America great. To retain this spirit of creativity, we must defend the intellectual property that has allowed it to happen. The American dream depends on it, and, in fact, American competitiveness in the world. That's this week's Freedom Minute.